players at this moment? Thank you very much.
Yeah, obviously when we seen that we were going to play Saprissa, a few of us looked up their recent games and stuff, and we seen that last year they gave Philadelphia a really good run over 2 games. So we're aware of the threat that they pose for us, but I think we need to focus on ourselves as well and know the qualities that we've got, and if we play to the level we're capable of, then it should be a good 2 games.
Good afternoon, Marisol Abarca from Grupo Extra. To Jesper, what have you been able to analyze about the Concacaf? Because since it's your first time in a club outside Denmark, and also, what do you know about this Saprissa? Thank you.
First of all, I know more about this Saprissa than I know about the Concacaf in general. I know that it's an important tournament, of course. It's a tournament that where you can make a reputation for yourself as a club and as a team, and it's very important for players and fans, of course. The Saprissa team, we've studied it for the recent games. All the games they played this season, and of course we're well prepared. I'm not going into detail about what I know about Saprissa, but I can see it's a strong team. It's also a team with a history of being a top team in the league, so they play as a top team when they play. Sometimes that's a little bit difficult, we know, but I think they look strong, physically strong. They have some technically very skilled players, and I think it's as Ryan just said. I think that if we're up to our best, it should be 2 very good games.
Thank you. And for Ryan, what have you been able to analyze about the Saprissa defense specifically? Because there are some of them that have played in the MLS. Thank you.
Yeah, obviously they're experienced players, good players, and I actually played with one of them for a few months, Fidel Escobar, in Portugal. So I know what he's capable of. But yeah, they look like a solid team with and without the ball, and not just the defenders as a whole. They look like a good team, and as a team that are usually at the top end of the league, they'll like to have the ball and like to be on the front foot. So we'll have to be ready for that and just see where the game takes us.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Jesper. What are your thoughts about the level of Costa Rican football in general?
In general, what I've seen has in the past has most often been when they have been qualifying for the World Cup, where I've seen they've been competitive in a couple of the rounds, and it looks as if there have been some kind of progress, especially with the national team. I've not watched, to be honest, because I'm new. Only thing I know about the Costa Rican football right now is what I've seen from the games with Saprissa on a club level, and I can see that it's very passionate football. I can see that it means a lot to everybody. I can see the fans and the players, and they play with a lot of passion, with technical skill sets, highly technical skilled, and I think from what I've seen, and don't hold me up on that because I have not seen that much. I think that it's at a good level, and from what I've seen on national team, I also knew a couple of players played for Copenhagen in Denmark back then. Oviedo played there, and I thought that the Bolaños as well. They did a very good impression in Danish football. So I think we know that it's quality players that plays in Costa Rica.
Thank you. For Ryan, what will be the key to trying to win the game?
I think being compact defensively is always an important part of doing well. If we can make sure we keep a clean sheet, it's a good starting point to go on and get a win. And I think just being aggressive in the game, it looks from watching some of their stuff, they like to be aggressive, so we need to match that aggression, set a high intensity of the game from the start, and I would say taking our chances when we get in the final third, because we've a lot of good players on our team as well, so we know that we're going to create opportunities. It's just going to be a matter of making them count.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Costa Rica. First of all, for Jesper, how much can benefit a goal in this first leg, considering the rule of the visitant goal? How this can benefit your team for the second leg? Thank you.
Yeah, we know, of course, with the rule where the away goal plays an extra part. We know that would be an important issue for us. We will also come out to see if we can score, of course. But we will play, as everybody knows, first leg of 2, try to balance the way we want to play, as Ryan said, sorry, and we're gonna, but we will also be trying to see if we can score a goal here. We know that will be important for us as well.
Thank you. For Ryan, you know European football. You come from there. What difference can you find from European football looking like international tournaments, right? What difference can you find from this confederation? Thank you.
Yeah, I think in the games we played in Concacaf, they've been quite scrappy, and it feels like once one goal goes in, the game really starts to open up. So, whereas in Europe, it seems like it's a little more tactical, I would say. And but any game we've had in Concacaf's been hard. A couple of years ago when we went to Honduras, it was a tough tie away there, and then obviously playing against a team like Tigres last year was a tough challenge. So I think it doesn't matter who you face in what round, it's going to be a tough game no matter what. So we're going to have to be I know it's early for us, it's our first competitive game, but we're going to have to be at a high level to make sure we get through the tie.
Hi, Coach Miguel Calderon, Channel 7. Right now, Saprissa lives a very bad moment in the local tournament, 4 games without victory. This is important for you. How do you analyze this situation?
Yeah, sometimes you would consider that as being an advantage, right? But sometimes it's also, then you have the CONCACAF that kind of live its own life, where you have, when you play in your home league, you're often favorites because you're a big team and you're a big club, and then you play in the CONCACAF where you have some kind of freedom because it lives its own life. I don't put that much into it, to be honest. We know we're up against. We know the qualities of the team. We know the strengths and weaknesses of our own team and also Saprissa. So that will be 2 different things. We see it. We see it every year that the teams struggle in the domestic leagues, and then they do well in leagues in games like this and also competitions like this. So we will be focusing on what we can do instead of how the state of Saprissa is at the moment.
Thank you.
Okay, we will now go online. We'll start with JJ Adams, please.
Hey Ryan, question for you first. It's 4 preseasons now for you with the Whitecaps. How does it feel this year compared to the last year in terms of like the rhythm and being ready for the season?
We had a good few weeks in Spain there, so everyone's definitely ready. I think this year was more, it was a little bit different in terms of a new way of playing and new ideas. So that's why it was nice to have that 3 weeks away together. And everyone's ready. Everyone's been looking forward to this game since the draw was made, and everyone's had an eye on it and making sure we're all ready.
And Coach, it's only been a month, basically a month and a few days since you were brought on board. How do you feel you are in terms of the schedule of where you want to be in this team's progression and preparation for the season?
You always want more time. That's how it is as a coach. But I'm looking forward to us get going. I think that what we have managed so far has been good. We have not been around everything, but you cannot be that in 4 weeks. But I think we're well prepared. I think the players have been excellent, and we are where we are, and I think that we're well prepared for the first game here, and then we're ready to move forward with the team.
Thank you, JJ. We'll now continue online with Joshua Ray and then Michael McCall. Joshua, please.
Hi, Jesper. Hi, Jesper. Just want to ask how you're feeling personally about this being your first competitive match as a white guy head coach, especially one with such high stakes.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's exciting. Of course, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of preparation going on before the first game here, and also being a competition I don't have that much knowledge about. It's extra exciting, and I think that I'm looking forward to it. A little bit nervous, of course, but that's how it should be when you start out something. But from what I've seen from the players, I really like what I've seen in the training. So I think we're well prepared, and that's what you have to be, and that's more or less what you can do. So we have a good feeling, but we also know we're up against a tough opponent. But I think it's going to be very exciting.
And Ryan, you played in the Concacaf Champions Cup the past 2 years. What lessons have you learned from the past 2 years heading into this tie against Saprissa?
Like I said before, it doesn't matter what round or who you come up against. You know you're in for a tough game, especially away from home. Like I said, we watched a few videos on Saprissa, and it looks like a really good crowd, good atmosphere. So I'm sure they'll try and make things tough for us. And yeah, we want to leave a better image of ourselves this year. Obviously, the last 2 years we've went out in the early stages. So this year we want to make a better image of the club and try and progress as far as we can.
Thank you, Joshua. We'll go to Michael McCall next, followed by Gemma.
Hey, Ryan, just following up on that, what would it mean to you personally to have a run with the team deep this year? Because obviously, as you said, that you've been bounced early a couple of times, but if you got a deep run on a personal level, what would that mean to you? What does this competition mean to you?
Yeah, it's obviously what we all aim for when the competition starts. You all want to go as far as you can, and I think everyone's in the same boat really, that we're disappointed with how we've went out the last couple of years. So there is an extra focus for us this year to make sure we perform better and get good results. And if we go on a run in this tournament early on, then it sets us up with a lot of confidence for the rest of the year. So it's exciting. It's always exciting the start of a new season, and we're just looking forward to it tomorrow night.
And Jesper, you've got experience of continental competition with Brøndby last year in the Conference League. What did you learn from that experience for balancing these games, especially so early in the season, and just continental competition in general?
Yeah, when you have the two legs competition where you know that every detail is important, you know that it's normally not a lot that separates the teams, you know that you need also to sometimes have a little bit more patience, because the first team is actually just first half of the encounter. The first leg is. So I think paying really attention to details, and but not being afraid of how you would like to approach the game and how you would like to attack, even though it's away the first game. You have to play the way you believe in, and that's also a thing that's very important when you play these games.
Thank you, Michael. We'll go to Gemma next, please.
Hi there, gentlemen. Jesper, just a quick question for you. I'm wondering if you can give us an update on Savi's status heading into this matchup.
Sorry, come again? Savi's status? Yeah. Not as bad as first impression looked, so we believe he will be out 2 to 4 weeks. We don't know for sure, but that will be the range, we believe.
Thanks, Gemma. And we'll finish with Harjo Hall, please.
Hi, Jesper. I was wondering what importance is the club putting on this tournament, knowing that you have the league starting on Sunday, you have a lot of travel. What level of importance is on this tournament with the league coming up so quickly?
We think that this tournament is important for us. Of course, it is. It's, as I started out saying, I think it's a league. It's a tournament where you can really make a confidence boost if you take it and make a good long run in it. And of course, we know it's a prestigious tournament as well. And a tournament that's important for players as well as clubs. So I think we have high priority on the game tonight, because that's the only thing that we can actually do something about. Is the game tonight, and we're really focused on doing well.
And do you have an update on Karlak and Rios?
Yeah. Damir is soon to be ready to participate in games again, and Rias, he just came in late, and we just need to get him into proper game shape. So probably not that far away from being actual for games, but also a little bit away from being at his best.